Strive to work in silence. Denzel Washington speech. Morning motivation. Listen up, because this is where your journey starts. No matter how impossible your dreams might seem, you have everything inside of you to turn them into reality. Take a moment. Close your eyes and picture your goal. See your success clearly, whether it's the career you've always wanted, the personal growth you're chasing, or the quiet strength of realizing your full potential. Now repeat after me. It is possible. The first step to any big goal is simple: believing it's possible. Success begins with a powerful belief that you can make it happen. Today, we're going to talk about the power of working in silence, putting in the effort without needing the world to notice and letting your results speak for themselves. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life. Let's dive in. 1. The power of belief and daily effort. Success begins with a belief, an unwavering conviction that your dreams are possible. What you think you become, said the great Buddha. And this couldn't be more true. Without belief, achieving anything significant becomes a distant, almost unreachable goal. Believing in your own potential isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Many men struggle to take that first step because they question whether it's even possible to reach their dreams. But let me tell you, without that initial belief, you've already failed before you even start. When you believe in yourself, the world seems like it can open up, offering you opportunities that once seemed out of reach. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This is a call to take action after you've believed in your potential. But first, start with belief. The journey of success starts from within, and if you don't believe in the possibility of achieving your goals, you'll find every challenge insurmountable. It's not about hoping for success, it's about knowing you can make it happen. So always start with the belief that your dreams are achievable. Without it, you'll never even begin the journey. Once you've planted that seed of belief, it's time to take the next crucial step: execution. Just as Denzel Washington reminds us in his speeches, it's not about how big or flashy your dreams are, but the daily grind, the quiet, consistent effort that gets you where you want to go. Many people fail because they get lost in the grandiosity of their goals and forget about the small actions needed every single day. The importance of daily effort cannot be overstated. If you want to achieve anything, no matter how big, you must show up every day, even when it feels like nothing is moving forward. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wisely put it, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Every obstacle, every moment of doubt, every challenge you face is just another opportunity to prove your commitment to the task at hand. The road to success is rarely a straight line. It's full of detours and roadblocks. But true success is built on the foundation of persistent daily effort, regardless of how tired, scared, or overwhelmed you feel. Even in moments of doubt or exhaustion, you must commit to showing up. There will be times when you feel like quitting, times when the weight of your responsibilities feels unbearable, but those are the very moments that define you. The Stoics believed in controlling what they could: their actions, their responses, and their efforts. And that's what you can control today, your next step forward. This commitment to showing up is not just about you either. Your actions have a ripple effect that extends far beyond your own life. Every choice you make impacts your family, your team, and the people who depend on you. The great leader and philosopher Confucius once said, "The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home." This idea translates directly to your personal life. Your daily actions shape the people around you, whether they realize it or not. The effort you put in every single day affects those who rely on you, and that's a responsibility you carry. Whether you realize it or not, people are watching, learning, and often relying on you for guidance. Your success isn't just yours. It's intertwined with the lives of others who are affected by your actions, both directly and indirectly. And yet, The hardest part isn't always the physical work. The hardest part is showing up when no one is watching, when there are no accolades, no applause, just you and the work. That's when your true character is built. When you're putting in the hours, grinding away in silence, you're not doing it for recognition. You're doing it because it's who you are. When you embrace this mindset, you understand that your efforts will pay off, even if it's in ways you don't immediately see. Remember, success rarely happens overnight. The quiet, consistent actions you take now will lead to results that may not show immediately, but will build over time. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is getting discouraged by the lack of immediate feedback. Most people give up when they don't see results quickly, but the true path to success is built on delayed gratification. Each small step you take, no matter how insignificant it may feel in the moment, is adding up to something bigger than yourself. The Stoic philosopher Seneca advised, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." Your daily efforts, even if unnoticed by others, are preparing you for the opportunities that will come. You just have to keep pushing forward, trusting that the process will eventually lead you to the success you're working toward. As you move through your day, keep this in mind. Success isn't about grand gestures or seeking approval from others. It's about the daily, silent work that you do consistently, even when no one is looking. When you live this way, you become a force to be reckoned with. You build your character not just through your success, but through the effort and perseverance you put in, day after day. The key to achieving your goals isn't flashy headlines or loud celebrations. It's the quiet, relentless pursuit of your dreams. 2. The reality of hard work. Success, real, lasting success, never comes easy. There are no shortcuts, no cheat codes that will fast-track you to the top. If you want to achieve something worthwhile, you have to earn it, step by step, with relentless effort. This is the reality of hard work. It's non-negotiable. It doesn't matter how much talent you have or how many connections you make. What truly matters is your willingness to put in the work. As the great philosopher Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This speaks to the heart of what hard work demands. It's not about expecting everything to come to you easily. It's about understanding that you have to sacrifice and earn what you want. Think about the most successful people you know. Do you think they just lucked into their achievements? Or do you think they dedicated themselves to their craft, showing up every day to put in the work when others were sleeping, partying, or distracted by temporary pleasures? The truth is that hard work has always worked and always will. No matter how many times people try to find shortcuts or quick fixes, the fundamental truth remains unchanged. Success requires consistent effort over time. Whether it's building a business, achieving physical fitness, or mastering a skill, there's no way around it. Hard work is the price you pay for success, and the sooner you accept this fact, the better. In our modern world, we live in an age of instant gratification, fast food, social media, on-demand everything. But does that make us truly fulfilled? No, it's the opposite. We have been conditioned to want things quickly, but true success, whether in your career, your personal growth, or your relationships, demands more than that. It requires long-term dedication, discipline, and the courage to keep pushing forward even when things feel tough. Do you ever find yourself tempted to take the easy way out when faced with a challenge? Maybe it's easier to give up or procrastinate than to do the hard work. But here's the truth. The easy way out won't get you what you want. You might feel a brief sense of relief, but in the long run, it only weakens you. The real strength lies in doing the difficult things. Those things that require persistence, patience, and consistency. Think about someone you admire, someone you look up to, whether it's an athlete, an entrepreneur, or a friend who's achieved something great. Do you think they arrived at their success by skipping the hard work? No. They earned it. through perseverance and effort. And so can you. Your success will always be directly tied to how much effort you are willing to put in. The greatest lesson here is simple. The harder you work, the closer you get to your goals. And if you're willing to work through the struggle, the pain, and the frustration, you will find that the rewards are far greater than you ever imagined. Ask yourself, are you truly committed to doing the work even when no one is watching? Are you willing to make the sacrifices necessary to achieve your dreams? Or are you looking for the shortcut that will never exist? The path to success isn't easy, but it's always worth it. Embrace hard work as the price of success, and make a habit of showing up every single day no matter what. The work you put in today will build the foundation for tomorrow's success. Remember, in the end, it's not about talent, connections, or luck. It's about the consistent effort you put into everything you do. So, start today. Accept the reality of hard work and let it propel you to the success you've been striving for. The greatest message here is this: hard work is the only way forward, and no matter where you are right now, you can always choose to commit to it. Make it a daily practice. The effort you put in today will create the success you enjoy tomorrow. Keep working, stay persistent, and trust that the work is always worth it. 3. Overcoming competition. When you set out to achieve something meaningful, it's important to remember this simple truth. You are not alone. You are not the only one chasing after your dreams. The world is full of people who want the same things you want, people who are willing to put in the effort and sacrifice to reach their own goals. This is the reality of facing competition, and it's something that everyone who strives for greatness must confront. Whether you're trying to build a successful career, launch a business, or make a lasting impact in any field, the competition is fierce. The moment you start to believe that you're the only one working towards your goal, you set yourself up for failure. The world is filled with people who have similar ambitions, who are working just as hard, and who are willing to put in the time and energy to get what they want. But here's the truth. If you want to rise above the rest, you need to outwork everyone else. This isn't just about doing more. It's about being more consistent, more focused, and more committed than the next person. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." The key to overcoming competition isn't just about putting in more hours. It's about using your time wisely, staying disciplined, and focusing on what truly matters. What does outworking the competition mean to you? It's easy to assume that working hard means simply putting in longer hours, but that's not always the case. Hard work isn't just about time, it's about the quality of the effort you put in and the mindset you bring to the task. The Stoics believe that we are in control of how we respond to challenges, and that our actions define our character. When faced with competition, your goal isn't to outdo the others simply for the sake of winning. It's to make sure that you are showing up every single day with a relentless drive to improve and outlast. The key is not to be the loudest in the room or the one with the most flashy achievements. Instead, the key is to stay silent, stay consistent, and stay hungry. Let your work speak for itself. In today's world, where everyone is trying to grab attention on social media, everyone wants to stand out, and everyone is looking for a shortcut, it's easy to forget the simple power of quiet, consistent effort. But think about this. The people who make the biggest impact are often the ones who work the hardest in silence. They don't need to announce their every move, share their every success, or boast about their hustle. Their results do the talking. It's in the quiet work, the early mornings, the long nights, and the sacrifices that real success is built. And here's where the real difference lies. While most people are busy talking about their dreams and trying to get noticed, those who truly succeed are busy doing the work, letting their actions speak louder than any words ever could. You might be wondering, how can I outwork the competition when everyone is pushing themselves to the limit? Well, The answer is simple. Focus on what you can control. You can't control how hard other people work, but you can control your own effort, your own mindset, and your own commitment to the process. It's about showing up every day with a clear focus on your goals, constantly seeking improvement, and refusing to settle for mediocrity. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is a powerful reminder that even in the face of overwhelming competition, your attitude and your response to challenges will ultimately define your success. When others are distracted, when they're complaining or looking for excuses, you stay focused on your mission and outwork them. But there's something even deeper than just outworking the competition. It's about resilience. It's about continuing to grind when others give up, staying focused when things get tough, and staying disciplined when the world tries to pull you in different directions. Resilience is your greatest weapon against the competition. The truth is, not everyone has the willpower to keep going when the going gets tough. Many people start strong, but few are willing to keep going when they don't see immediate results. But if you can stay the course, if you can keep putting in the effort day after day, even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere, you will eventually rise above the rest. So what does this mean for you in practical terms? How can you outwork your competition every single day? It starts with a commitment to being the hardest worker in the room, no matter who else is there. It starts with understanding that every moment you spend working is one step closer to your dream. The great boxer Muhammad Ali said, "I don't count my sit-ups. I only start counting when it starts hurting." This is the mindset you need. Don't just do the work when it's easy or comfortable. Do it when it's hard, when you're exhausted, and when you feel like you can't go on. That's when the real growth happens. That's when you truly outwork everyone else. Remember that success isn't about beating others at their game. It's about winning your own race. Stay focused on your own goals. Stay committed to your own growth, and let your hard work and resilience be the things that set you apart. The world is full of competition, but if you focus on doing the work and doing it better than anyone else, you'll find that success will naturally follow. So ask yourself now, are you willing to outwork everyone else? Are you ready to put in the effort day after day without looking for a shortcut? If you are, there's no limit to what you can achieve. If you're ready to pursue your goals and achieve success, comment, "I'm ready." Remember, this journey requires patience, persistence, and unwavering commitment. Success doesn't come from rushing through the process, but from consistent effort every single day. As long as you stay ready, nothing is impossible. 4. The fallacy of instant success. In today's world, there's an overwhelming pressure to achieve instant success. Everywhere you turn, whether it's social media, television, or even in casual conversations, there are success stories that seem to appear overnight. You've seen it, haven't you? The young entrepreneur who builds a multi-million-dollar business in a matter of months, the influencer who gains millions of followers in a single year, the athlete who goes from obscurity to superstardom in the blink of an eye. These stories flood your feed, and they create an undeniable sense of urgency. If they can do it, why can't I? The reality is, quick success is often viewed as a badge of honor, as if it's a measure of worth or ability. It's something we strive for, hoping that one day, all our hard work will somehow pay off quickly, with minimal sacrifice. But here's the truth. The pressure of quick success is a fallacy, and it's often more harmful than helpful. When you chase instant results, you set yourself up for disappointment, stress, and a constant feeling of inadequacy. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that if you're not achieving success as fast as someone else, you're falling behind. But let me tell you this. True success is not about speed. It's about sustainability. As the ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely put it, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." True success, The kind that lasts is built over time. It's forged through perseverance, consistency, and sacrifice, not quick wins or shortcuts. The problem with these flash-in-the-pan success stories is that they often fail to show the full picture. They omit the sacrifices, the long hours of struggle, the failures, and the unseen efforts behind the scenes. Social media and the media in general often glorify the end result, the shiny car, the big house, the glamorous lifestyle, but fail to show the years of hard work, the failures, and the mistakes that led to those outcomes. It's not just the pressure of comparing yourself to others that's damaging. It's the false expectation that success should happen quickly. The truth is that true, lasting success requires time. It's built on the foundation of effort, failure, and most importantly, learning. The idea that success can happen overnight is dangerous because it overlooks the growth process that is necessary for sustained achievement. When you are too focused on the end goal, you risk missing the crucial steps that will shape your character, refine your skills, and build the resilience you need to handle future challenges. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. You can't jump to the end, you have to put in the work, and the work is what shapes who you become. There is a critical insight that we often overlook when we talk about quick success. It comes at a high cost. While the idea of achieving instant wealth, fame, or recognition may seem appealing, the reality is that quick success is rarely sustainable without the right kind of hard work and preparation. Think about it. How many times have we seen people rise to the top quickly, only to burn out, fail, or fall back down just as quickly? It's because they didn't build the foundation necessary to support that success. Without the work, the resilience, and the discipline that comes with consistent effort, that success cannot be maintained. Quick success may give you a temporary boost, but if you haven't developed the character and strength to handle it, you'll find that it's not as fulfilling as you imagined. The cost of quick success often means sacrificing long-term sustainability, relationships, and sometimes even your own well-being. In today's fast-paced, results-driven society, we are constantly bombarded with messages that suggest we should aim for instant gratification. We live in a world where technology allows us to get almost anything we want immediately, whether it's food, entertainment, or information. This convenience has trickled into our expectations for success as well. But the truth is, this desire for instant success can actually work against us. The more we chase after quick results, the more we risk losing sight of the long-term vision and the true satisfaction that comes from working towards something meaningful. Success isn't about how quickly you get there. It's about the depth of the journey. Think about any worthwhile achievement you've had in your life. A promotion, a business venture, a personal milestone. Were those successes achieved by rushing? Or were they the result of years of effort, learning, and resilience? When you focus on the journey, the daily steps, the learning, and the persistence, the destination becomes a natural consequence of your hard work. As you work toward your goals, you might not see instant rewards, and that can be frustrating. But instead of seeing the absence of immediate results as a failure, see it as an opportunity for growth. Trust in the process, because the work you're putting in today will pay off in ways that are far more rewarding and sustainable than anything that comes quickly. Let's take a moment to reflect. Do you feel pressured to achieve quick success? Are you comparing yourself to others who seem to have it all figured out? It's important to recognize that success is not a race, and it's certainly not a sprint. The real test is how you show up every day, even when the results aren't immediate. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about consistency, patience, and the willingness to endure the inevitable setbacks that come with any meaningful pursuit. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by the idea that success should come quickly, remember that the most meaningful achievements often take time, and that's okay. Keep working, stay focused, and trust that your efforts will pay off when the time is right. You don't need to rush to the finish line, you just need to keep moving forward step by step. The key takeaway here is this: quick success may seem appealing, but true, lasting success is built on time, effort, and the right mindset. It may not always come quickly, and that's perfectly fine. The real value lies in the growth, the sacrifices, and the discipline required to achieve something worthwhile. Embrace the journey, be patient with the process, and remember that success is not about rushing to the end. It's about enjoying the process and letting your hard work lay the foundation for the future. 5. The myth of talent and opportunity. Success is a concept that many people equate with raw talent or being in the right place at the right time, but the truth is far more grounded and powerful. Success doesn't come from talent alone, and if you think it does, you might be setting yourself up for disappointment. Talent can open doors, sure, but it's the effort, perseverance, and willingness to work hard, especially in the background, that actually sustains success. Too many people focus on finding that break or opportunity, believing that all it takes is luck or a stroke of genius. However, the real reason for lasting success is rooted in something much more practical: the daily grind, the hours spent honing your craft, and the willingness to show up even when no one is watching. Let me tell you a story to illustrate this. Early in my life, I had no big connections or natural advantages. I wasn't born into wealth or privilege, and I didn't have any special talents that set me apart from anyone else. But I did have something that most people didn't: a relentless work ethic. I started by doing the jobs no one else wanted. One of my first jobs was cleaning bathrooms at an old Baptist church. It wasn't glamorous, but I didn't complain. I knew that if I wanted any chance at success, I had to show I could do the work, no matter how humble the task. This may sound insignificant, but here's where it gets important. Cleaning those bathrooms gave me the opportunity to earn something far greater. One day, I was asked to handle the microphone for a church event. It was a small thing, but it was the beginning of something bigger. If I hadn't put in the effort, if I hadn't been willing to serve in silence and do what others wouldn't, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to rise above. Serving and working behind the scenes may seem small, but it builds character and elevates your chances for success. We all start somewhere, and often that somewhere is in a place where no one is watching. It's in these moments that your true strength is forged. I didn't get that microphone by waiting for someone to hand it to me. I earned it through the work I was willing to do when no one else cared to notice. This story is far from unique, but it illustrates a crucial point. Real success doesn't come from waiting for opportunities to appear. It comes from actively seeking them, from doing what others are unwilling to do, and from showing up with a mindset of service. How often do we hear about someone who achieves great success only to discover that they've been grinding away for years, putting in work that no one ever saw? The truth is, real opportunities don't fall into your lap. They're created through consistent effort and a willingness to serve first. Whether it's putting in extra hours at work, taking on tasks that aren't glamorous, or simply staying focused while others give up, the key to success is persistence. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your ability to rise above challenges, put in the hard work, and serve others will open more doors than talent or opportunity alone ever could. The myth of talent and opportunity often blinds us to this truth. In a world obsessed with quick fixes, instant gratification, and overnight success, many people fall into the trap of believing that success is a matter of being discovered or of someone finally giving them a chance. But success doesn't wait for you to be discovered. It's built by putting in the work day after day. Think about those people you admire, whether it's a successful business owner, a well-known athlete, or a popular public figure. How many of them just sat around and waited for the perfect opportunity? None of them. They were busy putting in the work when others were looking for shortcuts. They showed up when it was hard, when it was tiring, and when it felt like progress was slow. They didn't wait for the world to hand them success. They created it for themselves through the quiet power of consistent behind-the-scenes work. And this is something you can do too. When you start with service and hard work, you position yourself to be ready when opportunity finally knocks. The opportunity you're waiting for may not come in the way you expect, and it may not come quickly, But if you keep working, keep serving, and keep showing up, it will eventually come. It's not about talent or luck. It's about character and persistence. When you dedicate yourself to doing the work, even the small, unseen tasks, you put yourself in a position to rise above the rest. The actionable takeaway from all this is simple. If you want to succeed, you need to start by being willing to do the work that no one else is doing. Whether that means cleaning bathrooms, staying late at work, or taking on extra tasks that seem small but important, the secret is in the service. The more you serve, the more you build the foundation for your future success. Keep your focus on the process, not just the outcome. Embrace the journey, knowing that each step you take brings you closer to your goals. Talent and opportunity will never be enough without the dedication to consistently work and improve. Keep grinding, stay humble, and remember that the quiet work behind the scenes is what truly elevates you. 6. Trust the grind. Success is a journey that demands more than just wishes and dreams. Too many people wait for the perfect moment, hoping for the stars to align before they take action. They pray for opportunities, hoping that fate will do the hard work for them. But here's a crucial truth. Faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith in the world, but without action, it amounts to nothing. Faith alone isn't enough. You have to back up your faith with hard work, dedication, and unwavering effort. It's easy to believe that success will come if you just hope for it. But the reality is that success is earned. It's earned through persistence, through the grind. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This is the foundation of success. You define your goals, and then you go after them with everything you've got. If you're sitting back and waiting for your dreams to come true without putting in the necessary effort, you're wasting time. Faith needs to be backed by action, or it will remain nothing but empty words. The truth is that waiting for the perfect time to start is a trap. Many people fall into the cycle of postponing their dreams because they're waiting for that elusive right moment, a time when conditions are perfect, or when they feel ready. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. The time to start is now, no matter your circumstances. There will always be reasons to wait. Too many responsibilities, too many obstacles, too much fear of failure. But the world doesn't wait for anyone, and neither should you. The path to success is not paved with perfection. It's built with action, taken in spite of imperfections. The journey begins when you decide to take the first step, no matter how small. Every moment you wait is a moment you're not working toward your dream. One of the hardest parts of the journey is learning to embrace patience in the grind. Patience doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means working while you wait. It means showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting that the results will come when the time is right. You won't always see immediate results. You won't always feel like you're making progress. But real growth happens in the invisible moments, the times when no one is watching, and the results aren't immediate. Patience is about trusting the process. It's about knowing that every effort you put in, no matter how small, is building towards something greater. It's easy to give up when you don't see the fruits of your labor right away, but success requires persistence. It requires you to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. It's about trusting that if you continue to show up, the results will eventually follow. Perseverance is key. You must keep working even when the immediate rewards aren't visible. Think of all the times you've worked hard, only to feel like you weren't getting anywhere. I'm sure you've experienced that feeling of working tirelessly and wondering if it's all worth it. But here's the thing. You may not see it now, but the work you put in today will pay off tomorrow. It might not be easy, and it might not be quick, but the effort you invest will eventually yield results. Trust the grind, trust the process, trust that every little step you take is moving you closer to your goal. There's no secret to success other than hard work, patience, and perseverance. You see, the road to success isn't for the faint of heart. It's a road filled with obstacles, challenges, and moments of doubt. But it's also a road that rewards those who are willing to push through the difficulties. The key message here is clear. If you want to succeed, you can't wait for the perfect moment, and you can't rely on faith alone. You need to work, you need to grind, and most importantly, you need to keep going even when the results aren't immediate. Success requires both patience and action. It's the ability to trust the process and keep moving forward, even when you can't see the finish line yet. So trust yourself, trust the process, and trust the grind. The results will come if you keep putting in the work. 7. Overcoming self-doubt and the importance of perspective. Many of us at some point in our lives feel stuck, trapped in a situation that seems impossible to escape from. The truth is, the most common reason people remain in their current circumstances isn't a lack of ability, it's a lack of belief. The power to change your life begins with a shift in your mindset. The moment you start to believe in your potential, you unlock the possibility of transcending your current situation. This isn't just about thinking positively, but about believing that you have the strength, the resilience, and the capacity to push beyond your limits. Too many people get caught in a cycle of self-doubt, where they convince themselves that success is for others, not for them. But that's a fallacy. If you cannot see your success in your mind's eye, you won't be able to achieve it in reality. The first step to overcoming self-doubt is visualizing where you want to go. What does success look like to you? Is it a career you're passionate about, the ability to provide for your family, or the strength to overcome personal challenges? Whatever it may be, it starts with believing that it is possible. When you do this, you are actively changing your relationship with your future. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This idea can be a game changer. Your reactions, your beliefs, and your mindset shape your reality. You are not limited by your circumstances. You are limited by what you believe is possible for you. It's time to challenge those limiting beliefs, to break free from the chains of doubt that hold you back. How often have you looked at someone else's success and thought, "That's not for me. I could never do that"? The reality is, you're not seeing the entire picture. You're seeing the highlight reel, the success that came after years of hard work, dedication, and overcoming setbacks. What you're not seeing is the unseen hours, the struggles, the moments of doubt that those successful people also had to fight through. You are capable of achieving just as much, if not more. But first, you need to believe that you can. Your potential is greater than your current situation. Whether you're starting a new business, pursuing a personal goal, or seeking to improve your life in some way, it all begins with believing that you can achieve it. Self-doubt often arises from comparing ourselves to others, from thinking that the path to success is easier for someone else. But that comparison only keeps you stuck. The more you focus on others' journeys, the less energy you have to focus on your own. Your story is unique, and the path you create will be uniquely yours. So, how do you break free from self-doubt? It begins with a shift in perspective. Start by acknowledging your fears, your doubts, and your insecurities. Don't ignore them or pretend they don't exist. Face them head-on, and then push through them. Every successful person you admire has had to overcome these same challenges. The difference is, they didn't let fear and doubt dictate their actions. They believed in their ability to rise above it all, and they trusted in the process even when it felt impossible. The key is to continue moving forward, even when you don't feel confident. Confidence comes from action, not from waiting for the perfect moment. There will never be a perfect moment to act, and waiting for it will only keep you stuck. The longer you wait, the more doubt will take root and hold you back. In the modern world, there are countless distractions and reasons to feel inadequate. Social media bombards us with perfect lives, perfect bodies, and perfect success stories. But what you don't see is the hard work, the struggles, and the failures that are often hidden behind those images. It's easy to get discouraged when you see others seeming to have it all while you're still grinding. But let me remind you of something important. You are where you are because of the steps you've taken, or not taken. If you're feeling stuck, the first step is always to change your mindset. Shift your focus from what's not working to what you can do. Focus on what's in your control, your actions, your attitude, and your effort. Self-doubt thrives on inaction, but it crumbles when you take consistent steps toward your goals. The same strength you relied on in the past is still within you, and it's time to call on it once again. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have everything figured out right away. The key is to take action, to keep pushing forward, and to trust that your belief in yourself will carry you through. The more you believe in your potential, the more confident you'll become in your ability to face challenges and overcome them. Remember, your journey is yours alone. No one else can walk your path, and no one else can define your success. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and take action. You have the power to create the life you've always dreamed of. Don't let self-doubt stand in your way. Let belief and action lead the way. 8. The power of hard work over credentials. In today's, many people place an overwhelming amount of focus on credentials, degrees, certifications, and all the accolades that are supposed to guarantee success. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that if you have the right grades or the perfect resume, the doors of opportunity will open. But let me tell you, that is not the whole story. Success in life is not determined by what you have on paper, but by what you do with your time, your effort, and your work ethic. The real world doesn't care about your grades. It cares about your results. It cares about your ability to get things done, to solve problems, to create value, and to work through challenges. Credentials might get you a foot in the door, but they won't guarantee you success in the long run. Hard work is what sets people apart. In our modern society, it's easy to see how some people might cheat or cut corners to get ahead. We see it in every industry. People trying to take the shortcut to success. Whether it's through shortcuts in their education or by inflating their achievements to impress others. The problem with this approach is that it is unsustainable. Sooner or later, the truth comes to light, and the person who tried to cheat their way to the top will find themselves exposed. You can't fake success. Real success is built on solid foundations of hard work, dedication, and integrity. This is why so many people who cheat their way to the top eventually crash and burn. They have nothing solid to stand on. Eventually, the consequences catch up with them, and the facade crumbles. In life, it's not about how fast you climb, but about how solid your foundation is. Cheating and shortcuts only take you so far. In the end, the effort you put into something determines whether you can stand the test of time. Take a moment and think about your own journey. How many times have you seen someone rush through the steps, trying to get to the finish line faster, only to falter when the pressure of real-world challenges came crashing down? It's a pattern that repeats itself, and it's a dangerous one. When you take the time to build your success on hard work and effort, you build something that can withstand the trials and tribulations of life. There's a saying from the Stoic philosopher Seneca, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." What does that mean for you? It's a reminder that success isn't about rushing through life, collecting as many accolades as possible. It's about taking the time to do the hard work, learning, growing, and improving every day. Your work is what will sustain you when life gets tough, not the number of letters after your name. The truth is, their success came not because of their diplomas or titles, but because of their relentless work ethic and their refusal to give up. Take someone like Steve Jobs, for example. He dropped out of college and didn't have the typical educational background, but his ability to innovate and his determination to make things happen was the fuel for his success. He didn't get caught up in the race for credentials or status. Instead, he focused on his passion and his drive. If he had focused only on fitting into a traditional mold, we wouldn't have the Apple products we use every day. The world doesn't reward you for what you know or how many titles you have. It rewards you for what you do with what you know. There's another part of this that's worth mentioning. The danger of putting all your faith in credentials or external achievements is that it can lead to complacency. Relying on a title or degree as a symbol of success can make you feel like you've arrived, when in reality, the work is just beginning. Success doesn't end once you get your degree or land a job. That's just the starting point. The real work begins after the degree, after the title, when you're faced with the day-to-day grind. If you stop putting in the effort after you reach a milestone, you're setting yourself up for failure. Hard work isn't just about getting to the top. It's about staying there. This doesn't mean that education or credentials aren't important. They are, but they are just tools, not the end goal. You can have all the right tools, but without the drive to use them, they're useless. Think about the carpenter who has all the best tools in his workshop, but never picks them up to build something. Credentials are your tools, but the hard work you put into honing your skills, applying them, and learning as you go, that is what will get you results. The same principle applies in every area of life. Whether you're building a career, a business, or a personal project, the value is in how much you're willing to work to make it happen. 9. Small actions, big results. In life, many of us look at successful people and think they must have had some secret, some grand plan, some instant moment of breakthrough that propelled them to where they are. But the reality is far different. Success is the result of small, consistent actions over time, not some magical moment of inspiration. Every big result begins with small steps, and it's essential to understand that if you focus on growth, even the smallest challenge can be turned into a valuable opportunity for progress. Ask yourself, what are the small actions you can take today that will move you closer to your goals? It might not seem like much at the time. Maybe it's reading a chapter of a book, making that one extra phone call, or simply showing up every day. But it's the cumulative effect of these little actions that creates momentum. The world often tells us we need to have everything figured out, that there's a magic formula for success. But in truth, success doesn't work that way. There is no 5-step plan that guarantees it. The journey is about persistent effort. The more you focus on doing what needs to be done, no matter how small it seems, the more you build toward your ultimate goal. This consistent effort over time will compound into big results. Remember the Stoic wisdom of Epictetus. No man is free who is not master of himself. Your ability to control your actions, even in the smallest moments, is what will lead you to freedom and success. Now, let's talk about a lesson that many people overlook in their pursuit of success: the importance of starting small and serving others. Can you humble yourself to do the work that others don't see? Can you serve without expecting immediate recognition or reward? It's easy to dismiss small tasks or behind-the-scenes work as unimportant, but it's these very tasks that build your character and credibility. Serving, whether in a job you think is beneath you or by taking on the smallest responsibility, shapes who you are and how others perceive you. When you start at the bottom and put in the effort, even in the humblest of tasks, you're building a foundation of trust and respect that will pay off in the long run. Serving others, no matter how small or menial the task seems, elevates you in ways you can't always see at the moment. Every small step you take, every humble act of service, is like laying the first brick of a foundation that will one day hold something great. But here's where it gets tricky. Are you willing to do the small, seemingly insignificant things that others overlook? Are you willing to clean, organize, or perform tasks without any fanfare or applause? The willingness to start at the bottom is one of the key factors that separates those who achieve greatness from those who only talk about it. It's not glamorous to clean the floors or do the dirty work, but it builds resilience, discipline, and patience. These qualities are what prepare you for bigger challenges ahead. And let me tell you this, if you can master the small, uncelebrated tasks, you will be ready when the big opportunities come. This is the foundation of true success. There's a saying by the great philosopher Marcus Aurelius: Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Don't waste time wishing for big opportunities. Start doing the little things right now. By committing to serving others and doing the hard work behind the scenes, you not only build credibility and respect, but also create momentum that will propel you forward. As you go about your day, I want you to ask yourself, are you focusing on the small actions that will lead to big results? Are you willing to serve and work humbly, knowing that success is not an overnight achievement, but a result of consistent, diligent effort? The small things, the behind-the-scenes work, the tasks that no one else wants to do. These are the true building blocks of success. There is no shortcut. There is no easy path. But if you focus on steady, purposeful action, no matter how small, you will find that your goals are not as far away as they seem. Stay consistent, stay humble, and keep moving forward. The results will come. Remember, success is not about making big leaps, but about taking one small step at a time, consistently and with purpose. And as you do so, keep in mind that serving others is not just a noble act, it's an essential part of your own growth and journey. 10. Faith and consistency. When we talk about faith, it's important to understand that faith isn't merely about believing. It's about showing up every single day and putting in the work, even when the progress feels painfully slow. It's not enough to hope for something better, to wish for success, or to dream of a life filled with accomplishment. No. True faith is about persistence, the kind that doesn't waver when the results aren't immediate, or when the journey feels overwhelming. It's about knowing deep down that the effort you put in today will eventually pay off tomorrow, even if you can't see the fruits of your labor just yet. Today isn't my day, but my day is coming, is a mindset that can transform your path. This is not just a catchy phrase, it's a call to action to stay grounded and trust that progress is being made beneath the surface. It's easy to be motivated when everything is going well, when success seems just within reach. But the real test comes during the tough times when the results are slow, or when it feels like you're stuck in a rut. That's when faith must step in. It's in these moments when faith is truly tested, when doubts creep in and the urge to give up seems strong. It's in these moments that you need to remind yourself that consistency is the key to unlocking your future success. Every step, no matter how small, is a building block toward your ultimate goal. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This rings true for anyone striving to achieve something meaningful. The struggle is part of the process, and the persistence to keep going, even when you don't see immediate rewards, is what will ultimately determine your success. Take a moment to reflect on your journey. Have you been facing challenges that seem insurmountable? Are the results slower than you'd hoped? That's okay, because real growth doesn't happen overnight. It's about showing up every day, committed to the process, even when the outcome isn't visible. Think about some of the greatest achievements in history. Did they come easily? Absolutely not. They were the result of countless days of hard work, small steps, and an unwavering commitment to the end goal. You see, the most successful people aren't necessarily the ones who started with the most talent or the greatest resources. They are the ones who were willing to work the hardest, day in and day out. Whether it's in business, fitness, or personal growth, success is about consistency and perseverance. The same principle applies to you. If you keep showing up, even when the immediate rewards aren't visible, eventually your day will come. You just have to trust the process and continue putting in the effort. The fact is, consistency breeds success. By continuing to put in the work, no matter how small the steps seem, you're building momentum. That consistency, over time, will compound and lead to bigger and better results. Even if you can't see the fruits of your labor today, don't be discouraged. Trust in your journey. Stay persistent, and know that your efforts are not in vain. Your day is coming, but it will only come to those who stick with it, who are willing to remain consistent in their pursuit of greatness, no matter how long it takes. You can't rush the process. Instead, You must embrace it. So what will you do today? Will you choose to be persistent, to keep working even when you don't feel like it? Keep going, because every moment of consistency brings you closer to your goal. Your day is indeed coming, but you must have the faith to endure, the patience to persist, and the consistency to work toward your dreams. Let your actions today create the success of tomorrow. Keep grinding and trust the process. Your faith and consistency will pay off, because success is always built one day at a time. Elevn, the power within you. You may not realize it, but you already have everything you need within you to succeed. You have the talent, the energy, and the grace to achieve your goals, to rise above the challenges that life throws your way. But here's the catch. It's not enough just to have potential or to recognize that you possess the capabilities. The key to unlocking that potential isn't waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal opportunity, or for someone else to give you permission. It's about taking that first step, right here, right now. The most common trap people fall into is waiting. They wait for the perfect time, the right circumstances, or the assurance that everything will align before they take action. But waiting for perfection is a game you will never win. Perfection doesn't exist. The perfect time, the ideal moment, these are illusions that keep you stuck, paralyzed by fear or doubt. The reality is, the best time to start is today, not tomorrow. So ask yourself, what is stopping you from acting right now? What is keeping you from pursuing the goals that you already know deep down you can achieve? Many times the answer isn't a lack of ability, it's simply a lack of action. We often tell ourselves that we'll start tomorrow or next week when we feel ready. But here's the truth, you will never feel completely ready. As the famous Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. We waste time waiting for the right moment, the perfect plan, or the right conditions to begin. But if you wait for everything to line up, you'll be waiting forever. The power to act is already within you. Think about someone you admire, someone who has achieved something remarkable. Did they wait for the perfect moment to begin? Of course not. They started where they were, with what they had, and they worked tirelessly toward their goal. And that's what you need to do too. Whether your goal is to improve your health, build a business, write a book, or simply become a better version of yourself, the time to begin is now. The longer you put it off, the more you are delaying your own success. Every moment you wait is another moment lost, another day you could be making progress toward your dream. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer size of a goal or by the fear of failure. But remember, success doesn't come all at once. It comes one small step at a time. It's about taking that first action and building on it. So, start with one small task today. Whether it's sending an email, making a phone call, or even just setting a goal for the day, take that first step. That's the key to unlocking the power within you. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates progress. As the famous quote goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Don't wait for tomorrow to start. Start today, even if it's just a small step. Every action you take brings you closer to your goal. And every day you wait is a day you could have used to move forward. But it's not just about starting. It's about staying committed. If you want to achieve something truly meaningful, you must remain consistent in your efforts. Success is built on daily actions, no matter how small they may seem. Think about your favorite athletes, business leaders, or creatives. They didn't get where they are by taking one giant leap. They got there by working day in and day out, putting in the effort, even when they didn't feel like it, even when the results were slow to show. This is where the real power lies, in the consistency of your actions, the perseverance to keep going, even when the results aren't immediate, and the belief that every step is getting you closer to your ultimate goal. You are more than capable of achieving your goals, but only if you stop waiting for the right moment and start working today. Every small action, every decision to keep going, no matter how small the step, is a victory. And as you build momentum, you'll see how the power within you can transform your life. The power to change your life is in your hands right now. The time to act is now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it. Every moment you delay is a moment of potential you lose, but every step you take brings you closer to your dreams. Now, let's get started. What small action can you take today that will move you one step closer to where you want to be? The power to succeed is already within you. It's time to unlock it. 12. Master your effort. We're often faced with circumstances that are beyond our control. Challenges, setbacks, external factors that seem to dictate our path. But there's one thing you always have control over, no matter what. Your effort, your discipline, and your dedication. You have the power to decide how much you put into your day, how much work you commit to your goals, and how consistently you show up. The question is, are you truly taking ownership of this power? Are you giving your best in everything you do? Because here's the reality. The difference between mediocrity and success often comes down to the level of effort you put in. Mediocre effort will lead to mediocre results, no matter how talented or gifted you are. Just think about it. We've all seen individuals with natural talent who seem to have everything going for them, but when they put in only a small amount of effort, they don't reach their true potential. On the other hand, the person who doesn't have the same level of raw talent but is committed to working hard, putting in the extra hours, staying focused day in and day out, will often surpass the person who relies solely on their abilities without effort. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This is the essence of controlling what you can control. You don't need to control everything. You just need to control your actions, your effort, and your attitude toward life's challenges. It's not about striving for perfection. It's about giving your best every single day, regardless of external factors. The effort you put in today is the investment in your future, and it's the only thing you truly have control over. So when you look at your life, at your goals, ask yourself, are you doing everything you can today to move closer to what you want? Or are you allowing yourself to settle for less, for mediocrity? The truth is, if you're not giving your best effort in everything you do, you're only cheating yourself. But effort alone isn't enough. While you can control the work you put in, you must also learn the art of trust. Trusting the process. In our world of instant gratification, we're conditioned to expect quick results. We expect that if we work hard enough, the rewards will come immediately. But that's not how true success works. Trusting the process means you must put in the work, day after day, without seeing immediate rewards, and trust that over time, the results will follow. Remember that the best athletes, entrepreneurs, and creatives didn't become successful overnight. It was the quiet, consistent work that paid off. What they didn't do was quit when the rewards didn't come right away. Instead, they stayed dedicated, even when they saw no tangible outcomes. This is where discipline comes into play. You must learn to keep going, even when it seems like nothing is happening, even when the results seem far off. As the great philosopher Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results, but if you focus only on the results, you'll miss the beauty in the process. The work is where growth happens, and that growth is what eventually leads to success. So, what does it mean to trust the process? It's about committing to something and giving your best effort day after day, even when you're not seeing the immediate rewards. The key insight here is that the hard work, when done consistently and with dedication, always pays off. Think about the greatest achievements in history. Did they come from someone who simply gave a half-hearted effort and expected instant results? They came from individuals who trusted that their work would eventually lead them to where they wanted to be, and they had the discipline to keep going when things got tough. The real magic happens when you let go of the need to see immediate results and focus on the consistent effort. The results will follow. The biggest challenge we face is letting go of the urge for instant gratification. In a world where we're constantly connected, where information and rewards come in an instant, it's hard to remain patient. But the reality is, nothing that's worth achieving comes without sacrifice and persistence. The seeds you plant today may not bear fruit tomorrow, but if you keep watering them and nurturing them, they will eventually grow. Your success, just like a plant, takes time to develop. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see progress right away, but this is where faith comes in. You must believe that the work you're putting in, even if it seems small or invisible to others, is building towards something much greater. And you must trust that eventually it will pay off. When you focus on what you can control, your effort, discipline, and consistency, you begin to see a shift in your life. You stop waiting for perfect conditions and start making the most of what you have. If you've made it this far, you're ready to take action and transform your life. Drop a comment saying, "I am ready to work in silence," to show you're committed to the grind and personal growth. Stay tuned, the best is yet to come. 13. Making your dream a reality. Turning your dreams into reality isn't about some magical moment of inspiration or waiting for the stars to align. No, the real work happens when you stop dreaming about success and start grinding toward it. It's easy to fantasize about a better life, but the reality of achieving your dreams requires hard work, discipline, and resilience. The grind is where the transformation happens, where the vision of your future self begins to take shape. And yet, this is where many people falter. They think it will come easily, or they expect success to be instant. But the truth is, success is a series of small, consistent steps taken over time, often without immediate reward. It's the ability to keep going when results aren't obvious, to persist even when you can't see the finish line. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This idea rings true not just in financial success, but in every area of life. The journey to making your dreams a reality is filled with challenges that test your commitment, your patience, and your willpower. But remember, it's not about reaching the destination as quickly as possible. It's about the dedication you show along the way. If you take consistent action, no matter how small, those steps will add up. And one day, you'll look back and realize you've built something meaningful. True transformation starts within. The first step toward making your dream a reality is changing your mindset. Start focusing on the only person you can truly control: yourself. You can't control what others do, how they act, or when they recognize your potential. But you can control your effort, your actions, and your commitment. It's easy to point fingers at the outside world, blaming circumstances or other people for your lack of progress. But the moment you stop worrying about others and turn your focus inward is the moment everything starts to shift. Focus on improving yourself, your skills, your mindset, your habits, and watch how the world around you begins to change. When you make the decision to grow and push through the struggles, the impact of your actions will ripple outward, creating opportunities, shifting perceptions, and unlocking doors you never thought possible. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles, struggles, and setbacks are not there to stop you. They are the very things that propel you forward. So don't shy away from hard work or challenges. Embrace them. They are the tools that shape your character and the foundation of your success. Realize that every struggle you face now is the groundwork for the life you want to build. You are capable of more than you realize. Your dreams are not out of reach, but they require effort, sacrifice, and an unwavering belief that you can achieve them. Don't wait for the perfect time to start, because that time is now. It's in the choices you make today that your future is built. Your transformation begins with your decision to take action. Are you willing to put in the work? Are you ready to grind in silence, to let your results speak for themselves? It's time to stop waiting for the perfect conditions and take the first step. By focusing on yourself, consistently showing up, and doing the work, you will start seeing your dreams come to life. Take the challenge today and trust in your ability to turn your vision into reality. The road may not always be easy, but it's through that struggle that you will find your true strength and the success you've always dreamed of. As we wrap up today's video, I want you to reflect on these powerful words and remember, change begins with you. It's time to stop waiting for someone else to change, and instead, focus on your own growth. You have the ability to shape your future by working on yourself every single day. So what are you waiting for? The clock is ticking, and the only moment you truly have is right now. Start today and take action toward becoming the best version of yourself. Your success and happiness depend on the effort you put in today. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one small step you can take right now to work on yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this journey together. Remember, at Stoic in Your Life, we believe in the power of self-improvement to transform our lives. Let's make today count.